You're alive.
We are live and going over Susan's medication list.
Yay!
So, okay. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, look at that. It's backwards. You've got mail. Okay. So, oh my goodness, my hair's all frizzy. I'm in Florida, guys. It's the humidity. Sorry about the frizzy hair. Okay. Take two.
Take two.
We had some technical issues with the other broadcast we had. So, um, okay. So we're talking about the medications that you used for your MS thing and what you've been on. So, see how everything is backwards? If we write the stuff out, even if I showed it up to the camera, it's going to be backward.
Ah.
So I didn't show anything. No, that's not my address or anything.
Okay, good.
I'm like, oh crap, what did I do? Okay, so, and I don't know how to flip that in the middle of a live. So, uh, yeah, don't click on anything, Patty Joe. Don't click, don't mess anything up. Um, let me see. Questions are welcome. Oh, you know what? I could probably type it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I will let you pull up your list again. Get out of Facebook.
Well, I was seeing if we could. It's nationalmssociety.org.
Oh, okay. Well, here you go.
All right.
You're already in the. Okay, this is a website that Susan absolutely loves that she went to when she was first diagnosed and is her constant resource. So we're going to put it in the chat. There we go. So, oh, the other thing. So this is YouTube only right now, and then we'll share this over to Facebook. I did create. I'll tell our YouTube audience that I did create a playlist because there's other stuff on my YouTube channel that's not related to Susan and things like that. So I created a playlist so that if you just want to hear about MS and about our Susan's story, and well, my story too. This is my daughter. This is my daughter, Susan. So, for anybody who doesn't know, and if you can go to the playlist and just play through the list of the videos that we've put in there, so it kind of keeps it kind of separate, so you don't have to sit through my Pampered Chef videos and anything else like that. So, all right, Susan. So take it away and start your medication journey.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much, Mom. Um, so I did, like she said, I just wanted to start off before I get into the details of the treatments that I have taken throughout my MS journey. I wanted to make sure that you know that nationalmssociety.org is a resource that has all medications listed. You can click on them. It has all the side effects, and they have resources that you can use, especially as a newly diagnosed individual. It's very, very helpful, and it's full of wealth of information that you and it's a .org, so it's very credible. So, with that being said, MS is not curable. They don't have a cure for MS. So, the medicines that we take are called disease modifying medications, and basically, it's what it is doing is it is delaying any damage done to your brain through the MS. So lesions on an MRI on your brain shown is a sign that your medication may not be working, or having a relapse or a progression of your disability may be a sign that your medication needs to be changed or is not working. So as I go through and talk, I'll talk about whether I had a relapse or I had lesions on my brain. That's kind of what we used as a factor to decide when to change my medications.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with that being said, my first medication is Avonex. Avonex is an
Let's put that in chat.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, go ahead. It's all right. That's why I put it in front of you.
Avonex is a injectable, so you give yourself a shot once a week, and I would give myself a shot every Friday because you get flu-like symptoms as a side effect of Avonex. The flu-like symptoms would last through the weekend, and then I would be ready to work on Monday. So every week I was getting flu-like symptoms with the Avonex medicine. I didn't have any relapses and I didn't have any new lesions when I was on Avonex. However, I had the muscle aches, the fever, just feeling like you have a flu for 3 days, and then you would be ready to rock and roll the rest of the week. But in my opinion, me and my neurologist came to the decision that I didn't think that my quality of life was having the flu every single week. So I was on Avonex for 1 year, and we made the decision to go to my next medication. To avoid the side effects, we went on what's called Copaxone. Now, Copaxone is also an injectable form of medication. You give yourself an injection.
Let's put that in chat.
Copaxone is a injectable every day. Now, I loved Copaxone. I didn't have any side effects from Copaxone. However, I was having relapses about every 3 months. And that's pretty significant to have a relapse every 3 months. And then I was having more lesions on my MRI. So after a year of being on Copaxone, my neurologist and I decided we need to go to a higher medication. So what we did is we went to my next medication, which was Tysabri. Now, Tysabri is gotta remember how to spell these. Tysabri is an infusion monthly. And I would get no side effects.
We have sound. Okay.
All right. We have sound.
I'm sharing this over on Facebook as that I discovered. See, we can share during.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yes. Okay.
So with Tysabri, I got no side effects from the medication. However, I did have a few relapses and I did have a few more lesions show up on my MRI. However, it was the best medication that was available at that time.
Right.
When you go to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society website, you'll see there's nearly 25 medications that are available for MS right now. But back in this time, Tysabri was the highest and most available.
I didn't ask you this time around, and I think we forgot to mention is how did insurance cover all these medications for you? Could you go back and kind of review from Avonex to Copaxone? Sure.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, no, I'm lucky with insurance. I had insurance the entire time that I've had MS. And I had
because
good
you were
insurance.
working.
Yes, I was working.
You were working
in the beginning.
You had a good job at that time.
Yeah.
It was with the credit union at the time, and so.
Yeah. Okay. So I had good insurance. However, with Tysabri, you had to pay for your out-of-pocket maximum once every year, which would mean I would have to come up with $4,000 or $5,000 every year to meet my out-of-pocket maximum to cover the medication for the year. So I told my neurologist I would at this time there was more medications on the horizon and available, and I wanted to try one of the newer medications at that time was called Aubagio. and it is a pill. I didn't have to give myself shots, and I didn't have to go for an infusion. So I was super excited about Aubagio. But I took Aubagio for 2 years.
Okay, so that's after Tysabri.
Yes.
Okay, so let's type in this new one. Now we're hitting a new one, right? Okay. Oh, that's not right.
Why is it?
You hit the caps lock.
Oh shoot.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
So Aubagio, I didn't have any side effects at first. I would just take a pill once a day, and I didn't have any relapses or any new lesions when I was on Aubagio. However, eventually there's a black box warning on the Aubagio medication that you can develop peripheral neuropathy.
Yeah, on the scare sheet.
On the scare sheet.
On the scare sheet that comes with every medication and everything. So
yes, and I developed peripheral neuropathy, which was pain in my feet. It was very painful.
Yeah, it's like the diabetic pain that develop, the neuropathy that a lot of diabetics will develop.
Yep, absolutely. And so because of this side effect of the peripheral neuropathy, we decided to go to Ocrevus, which Ocrevus is back to an infusion. Ocrevus is the best medication that's available right now for primary. It's the only medication available for primary progressive MS, which is what my MS is now. I have primary progressive MS, and Ocrevus is the only medication that is approved for primary progressive MS.
And at this point, you're on Medicare.
I actually was half and half. And half. I had regular insurance, and then now I'm on Medicare now too. But I have my Medicare takes care of my out-of-pocket maximum, but also I have Medicaid to pick up the $4,000 or $5,000 needed to cover that. So I have Medicaid and Medicare insurance to cover Ocrevus. So Ocrevus is my current medication. Ocrevus is an infusion once every 6 months, and I get a headache on infusion day. And I'm in a group on Facebook, and a lot of people talk about they feel tired and worn out before they get their infusion. I don't get that symptom. They call it the crap gap. Gap in between, they call it, and you feel crappy, but I don't get that. I don't have any side effects from Ocrevus, and I've had a few new lesions on my MRI since I've been on Ocrevus. However, because it's the best medication out there and available at this time, we won't be switching. So those are my treatments. Do you have any questions or?
I know the biggest thing I wanted to talk about today were your treatments that were available, and you've had good insurance through this whole time.
I have.
Between your job and then between the disability and getting you on Medicare.
Now, if you're a newly diagnosed MS patient, there are many medications that have programs that can help pay for your medication. So I urge you to go to that National Multiple Sclerosis Society website and look and see what options are available for you to help pay for your medications, because medications are important to modify your disease, limit your disability.
Right. Well, that's one of the reasons we're here on YouTube, because you remember when you were in your 20s, right? So, and now she's not in her 20s. So it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So you remember searching for people and what they've been going through.
Right.
And whatnot. And so, so you decided to get on YouTube and share your story, to help other folks, and to hang out with other folks who are going through the same thing. So this is why we're here.
Yes.
This is why we created the playlist. And so, again, if you want to contact us at any time, feel free. And I just found out I could share. The only thing I can't do on YouTube Live is share the screen, which we wanted to throw up the website that has a list of all, there's like 20. I know my camera's shaking.
Sorry.
It's because I'm shaking the table. There's a list of 20 treatments at that website that I would love to throw up and show you guys, but you know.
I'll throw it up in the chat so everybody can see.
Okay.
National MS Society.org. And it's a great website, and it's a great, but it's one thing to read, but it's also good to listen to other people's personal experiences, because everyone's personal experiences are different, but it's good to kind of see what other people have went through, so that you can see for yourself when you're making decisions.
Because we are far from giving medical advice here. I think we've been pretty clear. This is just what we've experienced, what Susan's experienced. So you got to work things out with your own doctor and your own issues and things like that. So
yes,
I think that's it for today's video. What do you have anything to add?
No, thank you
Okay.
very much. And some other what else is some things that we can talk about? We'll have more coming up later. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about other topics. Tell us what else you want to know. What do you want to know about the MS? This is somebody, we've been through MS now for 20 years. So, and we've had some recurrences. We've had some issues, short-term memory loss, things like that going on. So we've had 20 years of experience with this disease. So
yes.
Let us know what you want to know, and we'd be happy to talk about it.
Yes, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.